So this video is going to be a little different. It's Memorial Day, and we're giving thanks to those who gave it all for this wonderful country in which we live and enjoy our freedoms. So in honor of those fallen members of the military, we made sure to put out our American flag. And I'm going to make ribs. And I'll show you the secret to my ribs. First, I make all my ribs on the Weber Smoky Mountain 22. And I layer down the wood in the bottom of the fire pan first. We have apple and hickory. And then I dump the coals on top of that. Then once I get the charcoal put in there, I'll put some of these little chunks on top for the first part of the smoke. Those chunks underneath are to sustain the smoke throughout the cook. Some little chunks on here. Normally I like to use hickory and cherry, but cherry was not available, so I'm using hickory and apple. And we'll get this started and put this smoker back together and start making some ribs. All right, it's all set up. I got a barbecue IQ temperature controller. That makes life so much easier. No tending, no fussing. Just set that bad boy, and we're gonna do these ribs today at 225. Wait till it comes up to temp. I fill my water pan with water, and we're good to go. So the next step is to prep the ribs. These are St. Louis cut ribs, and I just need to remove that silver skin off the back. After taking them out of the package, you gotta dry them off. Well, rinse them and dry them off. Make sure they're nice and dry.
This looks like the meat from your belly.
Yeah, those look like the meat from my belly. Gotta trim them up a little bit. And we gotta get this silver skin off of here. Paper towel works good. All right, now we have to use mustard as a binder. I'm gonna rub these suckers down. I'm gonna call for the help of my lovely assistant and my other lovely assistant. What are we making? Okay. Apparently we're not making anything.
She's camera shy today.
Oh.
Get a nice, good coat of that mustard.
And you gotta be artistic with it.
And we are making ribs.
We're making ribs.
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 Yum, yum, yum. Athena loves Daddy's ribs, huh?
And I'm a big fan of ribs.
You're a big fan of ribs. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of ribs.
Nom, 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 nom.
You don't need to yell though. That's good. All right, let's do this side now too.
These are fatty.
Yeah, they are. These are Walmart ribs.
I'm a big fan of meat.
Meat?
I'm a big fan of meat too. Yo, so kisses.
Don't hit the camera, honey. All right, slather these suckers up in mustard. You will not taste
them.
You will not taste the mustard on the final product. This is just a binder to hold the rub.
It adds a little flavor though, but it's not mustardy.
Yeah, it's not mustardy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of fans.
All right, so I do need the seasoning.
I'm a fan to a fan.
Now, I'm not going to share with you the seasoning, the rib rub that I use, because it's mine and it's top secret. But you can get yourself any type of commercial rib rub at the store, and
or make your own.
Or make your own, which is the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
you get your one big fans to yourself, go
All right, rub this on here.
Get a nice coat.
I don't want to get hands. I don't want to get my hands dirty.
Don't touch it then.
Hey,
Num 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 num.
I smell it.
What does it smell like?
It smells like mustard.
Like
It
mustard.
smells like mustard. Yeah, it does right now.
It smells like mustard. Surprise!
And they're ready for the smoker. Once we get that nice light white smoke going, and our temp at 225, I can't even see that. It's time to put the ribs on. I've owned every smoker that they sell in the store. This is by far my favorite one. That's why it's traveling across the country with us. So now the ribs are on, we're gonna cook them like that for 3 hours at 225. See you in 3 hours. YouTube magic. All right, it's been 3 hours. Had a wardrobe change. Let's check these out. Time to get them off. Oh yeah. Let's go do the next part. All right, for this part, we're gonna wrap the ribs in aluminum foil and we're gonna put a hunk of butter in with it. Apple juice, about a capful each set of ribs. And honey. And some maple syrup, which I forgot to bring out. Syrup. Butter flavor syrup. You want to use a little bit of liquid, not too much. If you use too much liquid, the ribs will get too tender, they'll fall off the bone, and I don't know, some people like that, but they should have a little tug. They shouldn't fall right off the bone. You have a silly hat. You're drumming. All right.
Can I drum? Go, Daddy. Yes, you have to watch where you're going. Now tripping.
So now at this point, the ribs go back on. Wrapped in foil. I put the curved side down, whatever side you want to call that, the outside down, so that the liquid inside kind of steams the ribs. Some people like it that way, some people don't. I know how our house likes it. You can do this same thing, just don't wrap them. Just cook them the whole way on the smoker, and use those, the butter, the apple juice, the honey, and the syrup as a baste near the end of the cook time. It's got a lot of sugar in it. You don't want it to cook the whole time on the fire with all that sugar. It'll just burn up and turn black and nasty. Anyway, I like to make them this way, so we wrap them in the foil. They'll cook on here about an hour, hour and a half maybe. It depends how flexible they get. I don't want them to get too tender and fall apart all over the place. So we'll come back to that in a little while. All right, they've been in here about an hour and 15 minutes. And they appear to be the proper doneness. Maybe a little over. It's tricky. The temperature outside has a lot to do with how the ribs come out. Cold, dry air, cold, wet air makes a difference, and it seems to be doing both today. Now we'll also crank the smoker up to 300. Because for the final cook we want to get some heat on them and let that sauce glaze over. Let me take these inside and show you what I got. Alright, well, I have to get down on my blower. Anyway, we open these up, let them steam out. Check those out. They might be a little over. Ooh, foggy lens. So yeah, we'll let them rest for a little bit, and then we will we'll glaze them with sauce at the final part. Well, we'll let them rest for a minute. That's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna let them rest. They have to take a little rest. All right, so to the gastrique, I added 2 cups of ketchup, 3/4 cups corn syrup. Oh no, the evil corn syrup. Yes, I put it in there. 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then mix this together, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Let it all meld together, but it already looks like barbecue sauce. This stuff is really good on ribs. All right, so now the ribs have rested. It's time for them to go back on. Time to put them back on the pit. Yeah, you see that? Perfect bend. Starting to crack a little bit, but not falling apart. That's the way they're supposed to be done. Yeah, look at that. Not falling apart, but just there. Now, I think I said in the previous part of the video that I was going to add sauce and then put them back on, but normally I don't sauce them till just near the end. I got to let them build up a little more bark. So put this back on, close it back up, let them cook a little while longer. Usually about an hour or 45 minutes. Right. So now it is time to sauce the ribs. Yes, indeed. Look at these trees here. It's pretty cool, huh? I'm not used to that. This is where the magic happens right now. This is what makes them pretty when you cut them. All right, so now that we're done glazing them, we will cover this bad boy back up. Just let that go a little while longer, basically until it looks delicious.
Delicious?
Delicious.
Yeah.
All right, it's time. They look dark because of all that sugar. Wait until you see this magic. The flex. All right, here it is. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Oh, these smell amazing. Ooh, a little too tender. Just a little too tender. They're delicious.